Ahoy there, YouTube! Back again for more of our Origins Bonanza Explosion blowout coverage. We're live at Origins 2018. Thanks in part to Tasty Pencil Game and our amazing Kickstarter backers from last year. Right now we're talking about a brand spanking new game from Brain Games called Orc-lympics. It's a very lightweight filler game for 2 to 5 players, ages 8+, and it's going to take about 15 minutes. And it is a super simple game that's broken down into 2 phases. The first phase is you start with a hand of 8 cards, and then you're going to draft 1 card and pass. And you just draft until you have 8 cards. Now you are drafting different goblins and orcs and humans, all sorts of different fantasy characters that have different races and different attributes in like punching, running, and seeing, or something like that. There's 3 different categories on the left side, and each race has its own thing. Now, while you're drafting, what you have to do is you want to have a good mixture of cards, but you can only have 3 races at most. And if you have more than 3 races, you're going to have to discard down to 3 races, which is a real bummer. But once you've done that, you have your 8 cards, you're going to set out a stack. They actually were set out beforehand, I do believe, that will have different numbers on them and different colors. And that's how many victory points you're going to get for winning that event. Also, if you're in second place, you get 2 victory points. Just a flat 2 victory points for coming in second place. And how it works is the first category might be, all right, 3 points for whoever wins this green category. And then starting with the player, you start bidding. You say, all right, I've got this for 1 green. And then someone else might go, they can either go the same number, higher, or even lower, but you can't bid 0. Just for continue the example, somebody else might go, all right, I go 2 greens, which means they would now have the first place trophy, and the person with 1 would have the second place trophy. But interestingly enough, if you bid the same amount, but you bid after them, you win the tiebreaker. So I might come in at $1, and I might take away second place for somebody, or one attribute. Only the 2 winners spend their characters, and then you move on to the next trophy, and I think there was like 6 or 7 of them until you get to the grand finale, which is worth a whole bunch of points. At the end of that, you total up your points, and whoever has the most points wins the game. We played this as a 4-player game, and for what it was, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's 15 minutes, dirt simple, gateway weight game. What was the words? It kind of did, somebody said it reminded them a little bit of For Sale, not necessarily because of the mechanisms, but just because there's 2 completely different phases, and what you do in the first phase directly impacts how you do in the second phase. So if you like that sort of thing, I think this one definitely might be one you want to check out. I'd say it's a great family game. I think I'll bring it in my classroom. Kids will really like it. I also think it is a great lightweight filler game. I think this is a great game to play to beat when you're waiting for somebody else to come to game night. Curious how it would be as 2 players, but in the end, I liked Orc-lympics. Can recommend this one if you're in the market for that sort of game. If you're enjoying this Origins coverage, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know, iPhone or Android. What about you, Brandon?
It's iPhone and Apple all day.
Oh no, I got an Android, despite the fact I'm watching this. This is being recorded on an iPad.
On a freaking iPad.
Oh well, but it's going to be uploaded to a Chromebook, and then I'll watch it on my Xbox. So who the hell knows? Let me know in the comments below, though. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.